See if anything shows up by you. Okay, do you see anything over there?
No?
Do you?
No.
Impossible.
I don't. What am I supposed to see?
Well, it's showing it's live over here on this side.
Oh, I don't know. Let me have a look on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll quickly have a check there.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Subscription.
there's the guys are joining now, so it is live here.
Ah, there we go. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So I think, yeah, we might as well just start off and kick off with a few guys. I mean, it will probably catch on as we go along. But the whole idea of starting this power hour is just to keep the people actually informed, the locals informed, because you obviously, Rob, have got a huge amount of contacts overseas. You order a lot of stuff, and I mean, not these people, the average vape in South Africa, basically me included, we've got no idea what is actually available. So that's part of this power hour. And then another thing is if you vaped any flavors which you can recommend anyone out there. I mean, I've got three which I'm basically going to mention. Good evening, guys. Hi, Stephen. That's the whole idea. And as I said, maybe you can chat a bit about Vapecon, because there is quite some large amount of locals present. And then, yeah, we've got a section called Name and Shame. And there's a lot of people that's already showed a lot of concern, especially vendors, which are starting to get uncomfortable. But it's not about that, guys. The whole reason for Name and Shame is just to bring up companies. I mean, I've got about two which I'm going to mention. Personally, from my side, no one local, so just relax. Not at the moment, though. But just so that you guys maybe don't make the same mistakes that we have made. And I know Rob's also had a few bloopers from ordering from overseas. So basically, that's what it's about. That's what Name and Shame is. Do you understand? And then we're going to have a section at the end where there's going to be a question and answer. And then I'm also going to provide a Skype link, Rob. So if anyone actually wants to join in future on these episodes, then they can just send me an invite, and we can split screen them as well. Maybe they can add a nice contribution to this. So yeah, we've got quite a few. There's Charles over there, Bigfoot there, Ruben, all you guys, Chris, Stephen, Jared, Dreshen, Zach. Yeah, welcome, guys. Anything you want to say, Rob?
Oh, welcome to the first power hour. I laughed when you said if there's any juices that are vape, because you know.
No, but I know you get a lot, because I mean, one of the juices which I actually bought was a recommendation of you, and that was a toffee mint from
Yeah.
GC Liquids.
Yes.
So I'm actually talking about that now. But yeah, I'm just quickly going to see if that thing actually works online. We're going to talk about new gear though, and I just want to quickly show one of the items which I actually ordered. So hopefully it actually comes up on the screen itself. I'm going to manipulate your... Can you guys see a RTA? Rob?
No, not yet, but the display's a few minutes behind.
Okay, so basically in your icon there should be a little RTA, a salt RTA.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
All right. Okay, so it does actually work. Now, from my side, that is one of the little things I actually ordered. Big upset to the high-end club is that I also ordered a a SXK, what's a Skyfall. So yeah, I have to order that Skyfall. I have to test it though, because I mean, I'm gonna have to fork out what's a 2,600 rand, Rob, if I want
Something
to,
like that.
if I want to get the original. In any case, though. So I mean,
Are
this
you,
came
are
along.
you in the ESG group?
Yeah, you almost invited me.
Okay.
But the thing is, my patrons, the contributions which my patrons actually give me is I converted it so that it actually goes directly to my PayPal, so that I can actually be forced to use it for buying gear. So it's actually the patrons that got me the clone Skyfall and not myself. So that's on the way. And the reason why I actually wanted that salt RTA is because I've got one of these Limelight pipes, and I wanted to use that rebuildable. It is a rebuildable. I'm going to show its deck quickly for you guys if you want to, if you're interested in checking out the deck for that little guy. Maybe it will come up in a few bits. Let's just quickly enlarge the deck over there. Just tell me if you can see the deck, Rob, when it comes up. But in any case, so it is a rebuildable 18 millimeters, and I think it's going to be very nice on this specific guy.
Yeah, it's up.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
So yeah, very simple deck, but at least it's an 18 millimeter rebuildable RTA. So I will check that out as soon as it actually arrives. But that's basically the new gear which I have inbound coming along. I just want to get your little porcupine back again. There you go. So yeah, but you've probably got a lot which you can tell the people in terms of gear. Hit it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's inbound. I finally got a Narca. That's inbound. I've got a Legend from Hussar inbound. I've got the Myth from the UK. That should be out tomorrow. And I've got a beautiful stabwood squonker coming from Russia. That leaves Russia tomorrow, going to my US in the States. So I'll probably see it in about a week or two. What else?
I see Vape DNA's got the new recurve squonker on the website. Didn't you order that?
Yeah, I saw that. No.
I'm also not interested in that. Thing is, at least it must be regulated or a dual battery squonker. But otherwise, yeah. But it looks very comfortable. But yeah. Yes, Mister.
This, along with this. Have you seen this little thing?
No, I actually haven't.
Well, it's inside the spade. It's got these slide in and out bottles.
Yeah.
And then check this. It's a little carrier for 2 bottles.
Oh my word!
You just slide it out, pop it in, pop the other one back in, and then pop it back into its little holder.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's cute.
That's it. Listen, did you also tested that MTL, that Savor, this guy which I did a review on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just gonna read you what one of the guys actually, what his comment was, which he made on that specific review of me, and I just want to.
You're a goose.
And I just no, yeah, well, a lot of them say that. But the guy says, no disrespect, but you can't expect an MTL RTA to perform like an RDA or direct lung RTA. It's a whole other world. I like your videos, but this one you expected the impossible. And then I asked him back, flavor with a question mark. And he said, yes. Was talking about how you compared the flavor. I just disagree and blah, 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 blah. But the thing is, I see that as a pointless argument.
Well, that's actually not true at all, because an RTA and an RDA, they're both flavor. I mean, everything's about flavor. I mean, if you vape Red Bull, an RTA is going to give you better flavor than an RDA. If you vape Toffee Lux, an RDA is going to give you a better flavor than an RTA.
It is going to give you a better flavor, but the thing is, the reason why I was disappointed, I mean, I did 4 bowls on that thing, and I still didn't get fantastic flavor. I got flavor, make no mistake, but that was what I said in the video, and this guy said, but you can't criticize it for not having flavor. It's not what that device was meant to be. What the hell?
I think the reason you didn't get flavor out of that is because you like massive coils, and you like to fire at 1,000 watts and burn your hair.
1,500.
Yeah, and that Savoy is a gentle RTA, and if you put in a gentle Alien or a fused Clapton.
Yeah, but I did. Remember, I tested it at 28 watts, and it's still.
I know, but it's not your style. You don't. You look. Now, if you just looked at how you vaped it, you vaped for about 1.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Now look how I vape.
Yeah, but you got time on your hands. I'm a teacher. Things must happen like that.
No, it's different. Paulie's exactly the same. He vapes exactly like you do.
Yeah.
He likes high power, really aggressive coils, and he hits it for like 1.5 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's why if I try your device or his device, I'll choke to death, because it's not made for a 7-second vape. Yeah. And it's just the way you vape. And the Savor is made for 5 to 7 second vapors. It's not made for oaks like you. It's just, and that's the beauty of vaping. I mean, you've got to find your happy medium. It's like, if you like a 5 to 7 second flavorful vape, you're going to love the dwarf. But there's the guys who are just going to live with drippers, and drippers, because they want that big hit, all of a sardine for a second.
But what commercial available stuff have you tested recently? Because I know you sent Caveman, you sent him a few things.
Yeah, I bought nothing lately. Absolutely zero.
Is it? But there's nothing really exciting currently out, which I
Well,
see.
that's the point. Oh, look, I mean, I tested the Revolver, which I sent to Caveman, and a couple of others, and they were all very nice.
Yeah.
But, you know, what's the point of me buying the stuff? It's like 500 or 600 rand. I'll use it maybe for an hour or two or a day or so for a review, but I don't do reviews anymore, so there's no point. I just want, like today I scored 2 Cell ZXs.
Just a few eyes there. Peter, hello, Peter. Okay, Charlotte was klaar gesê. There's Rain Sutton. I think he's a Durbanville student. He mentioned sometimes Sammy's over there, etc. Yeah. Rob, another thing which I actually wanted to ask you, there's Alex Corby. He says he's a big fan of you, Rob.
Hello, Alex.
There's a guy which actually asked me, I think he's going to join just now. His name's George. He sent me an WhatsApp to ask, he's tired of smoking. He's smoking Daniel. And I think a man that smokes Daniel needs to stop smoking in any case. But he asked, what is the best device for a start? And now, since I met pods, I think that is the perfect medium to climb over. Now, you like that guy. I love this guy. I think the Breeze 2 from Aspire is absolutely amazing MTL, because it's adjustable airflow, refill the pods.
You can't get it tight enough.
Say again?
Can you get that Breeze tight enough?
Here, yeah.
Okay.
No, you can't.
Full open. I like the Breeze. I mean, I've got a Breeze here, but I use it wide open.
No, this thing can. I mean, you can shut it down totally. Yeah, this thing can go tight, young.
I never experiment with that kind of stuff because I really hate MTL.
It's tight like a nun's VG.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Breeze is probably the best all-round pod system.
Oh my word. That is that. Are you still using your special edition?
Which one?
The Project. Oh my word, he's probably sold it again.
What are we talking about?
This guy.
Oh, yeah, I've got it somewhere. Yeah, here it is. This thing.
And you still give it some love?
No, not really.
That's it. That's a bulk problem.
It's a dual 18650. It weighs about 400 tons.
and is the arthritis kicking in?
Yeah, and it's made in China.
Well, I mean, if you're going to put that thing on the local ads, it's going to go like that. That's
no,
for sure.
I keep it. That's for, I'm going to take it fishing, because if I drop any of my other stuff overboard, I'm going to cry. If I drop that overboard, I'll just snivel a little bit.
But I mean, did you look at this cloud production?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
That's what I think. I mean, it's got a 1,000 milliamp battery. It holds more juice than any of the other pods. I love the release system where you press the buttons along the side and this thing just pops out.
Yeah, but you've still got to fill it up and cock around with coils. It's not really a pod system.
No, but I mean, I don't use it that often because I'm not on my 20 milligram nicotines.
Yeah, but you are
just too heavy.
Converting a smoker, the Q.
I've got this little guy as well, but it's not as good as that Smok Nova. That Smok Nova is awesome.
I don't do smoke.
No, but you will.
No, never.
At a stage, you're going to start going blind as well, and then the smok's going to land in your hand. What you going to do? What you going to do?
No, I won't. I'll feel it.
Hi there, Michael. It's Gorgos, Ishmael, Zach. All you guys, welcome to the first episode of the Power Hour. And this we want to do more often, though, just to introduce people to what me and Rob has tested in over a 2-week period of time, and we can talk. Maybe he's found new cotton, because I know Rob's probably tested about probably 15 different cotton types, and that's the one you settled on, titanium.
Yeah.
And those that DJ LSB uses with the that looks like sneaker, um, with the
Oh, yes. Those. Hang on. I've got them here somewhere.
that looks like laces.
Yes.
And
I haven't seen it's only for 3 mil RD, and I tend to use 2.5s only.
okay, all right. But the thing is, I think you also waste a lot of cotton with that method.
You do, but it's really nice if you're out and about and you want to, if you go, I'll use it when I go for a juice tasting session with local juice makers, because
I'm still on this.
Is that the V2?
It's the Prime.
I don't like the Prime one, but
So I've got no problem. I use the old one as well. I've got just too many bags of the stuff, so I need.
no, but Prime's fine for RDAs. It's rougher than a goat's kneecap, that stuff.
Is it? There is somebody that just commented there. Vaping Bigfoot says Salt Nicks sucks, and I know Rob has got something he actually wants to say about Salt Nicks. I don't know Salt Nicks that well. I just bought this little bottle to test pot systems. That's all.
Salt Nicks is just another way of getting people addicted to nicotine. It's a load of horse shit. It really is. I mean, I understand that it's nice in pods and stuff, but I think Nick salts, they taste shit. I don't know how anybody actually likes them. I mean, I've tasted tons of them. There are a couple. Some of the Element Vape Nick salts are nice, but I just get a head rush, and that's not what I want. I mean, it's taken me nearly 5 years to get down to 3 milligram, and I'm happy. The last thing I want to do is up my nicotine intake, and I think it's just a big fat con. I mean, it's just another way to get people addicted to vaping, and I think it's really bad.
Because the price is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that too. But it's the new thing. It's like pods. I mean, I've wasted so much money on pods. I should not have bought any of them.
Yeah.
Not even the Breeze. The only one I should have bought is the Q, because that's a Ninja. It's got a very specific use.
Yeah.
And it's great for converting smokers. But all the others are just, they just don't come up to a RTA. If you want flavor and it's your hobby, you're never going to use any of those pods. Yeah. Never ever, because none of them have got a decent flavor. None.
But I mean, Rob, it is a nice. It is something which I think has got a place for people that want to quit smoking.
Oh, absolutely, no question. Absolutely, no question. So, yeah. But then you've got to get the right pod system, because, I mean, a smoker converting, you want him to get that flavor.
Yeah.
And if he starts cocking around with half these pod systems, he's not going to be happy.
It is. But I mean, if there's any Cape Town viewers on this specific site, I've got 2 of these guys which you can come and pick up if you want for free. So yeah, it is pod systems which have been sent to me. The one is black, it's the one which I reviewed. There it is. It's that guy. These things are basically brand new, and this one's a pink one. So if you know of a girl that wants to, you're welcome to just send me a PM via eSig SA forums, and let me know when you want to come and collect it. I'll give you my phone number and we can have a chat. But yeah, you're welcome to come pick up these guys. And I know Aspire is sending me a few things. As I said, I've found my happy place. There's not many mods which I'm interested in more. So I will review the stuff, and then people can come pick it up, come fetch. Take the stuff. I know you send everything away to reviewers to check out. But as I said, you covering KwaZulu-Natal, I'll cover the Western Cape.
Sweet. The guys were asking questions in the chat about the various cottons. And to be honest, most of them are all pretty good. I mean, the one question was Kendo Gold. I'm not a big fan of Kendo Gold because it's got a very cottony taste. But when you wick it and you prime it and you give it a quick flame, that tends to get rid of it. Cotton Bacon Prime, I dislike it personally, but a lot of the guys, especially the RDA brigade love the cotton bacon prime because it just handles high heat very, very well.
Yeah.
My personal preference is titanium fiber cotton because I find it so simple to use, and it is fantastic in RTA. So, but you know what? You can't really go that wrong with all these different cottons.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The thing I like about titanium fiber cotton is it comes in a nice little tin.
Yeah.
So I can pop it off, pull a piece off, close the tin, and I don't have to worry about that stupid Ziploc bag that actually by the end of the bag is buggered anyway. And you've got to seal your cotton because cotton goes off in the air.
The thing is, what I like about this cotton bacon prime, I mean, if you take out your sections which look like this, I can already at the moment, when I know I've got a 3mm, and I just pull off a section like that, and then I just roll it like that on the one side, and then I just keep it like that, and this is perfect for 3mm REA, and that's why I love this cotton as well. It absorbs fantastically.
Okay, and I'll do exactly the same with titanium fiber cotton. I'll take out the length that I want. I'll just pull it, okay, and then I'll split this little piece in half. And there's 2-3mm lots. If I'm doing a 2.5, I pull a little piece off the side, but they're ready to rock and roll. So I'm sealed and I'm ready to go.
But there's not a huge difference between these cottons.
No.
There's not. This little pot system, I see Mofo, I think it's Martin. Mofo Vapes, if you guys check in the chat, he's one of the new vape reviewers in South Africa. These little guys, the Lux, uses ceramic coils. And it's the first time which I actually vaped on a ceramic coil. But I'm not impressed, not at all. Not flavor, it doesn't saturate as well as what your cotton coils do.
Yeah, if you want ceramic coils, make sure they're Vaporesso ceramic coils, because Vaporesso are the only ones that really do a fantastic job. And if I'm not mistaken, Vaporesso make the ceramic coils for the Q.
Yeah, but aren't you stuck with pods with a Q?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, well, that's why I wouldn't recommend that one then.
Oh, and then a quick shout out to Lee Morris. He's got a CLZX on its way.
Damn it!
Nice.
Damn it! Just a quick thing about the juices. I was sent this a while back. Now I don't know if you guys know Cloud Brew vapes, but they've got a whole array of nannies, and I've tested all of them over a period of 2 months. Me and my colleague, and if you guys find them in the vape shops, I will post the link to their page. Their berry mix you can test; it's not too bad. Preach, and then they got an apple one applied, which both of these two are icy type of juices, fruity juices, but those I found nice. The others not my flavor profiles, so that's my flavors for this specific episode.
Okay, my flavors I've tasted. I mean, this is, where is it? Exclamation mark from Steam Masters. This is a sweet lychee. I love it. I have it in my spade. I also tasted the up-and-coming Chelsea bun one yesterday.
Yeah.
It tastes just like a Chelsea bun. I got Asylum from Sick Boy. Comes in like a medicine, very neat idea. Comes in a medicine bottle. I haven't tried it yet.
But talking about juices, when I was at the Vape Fest in Cape Town, most of the mangoes which I've tested had a similar flavor style, and now all of a sudden I realize exactly why that is. There's a flavoring on the market called double mango. Now it's sold by a few vendors, but I know one of the vendors is Flavor World, so you can just go to Flavor World's website and order the double mango. And if you take that 10% of that and you add a bit of menthol and you add a bit of coolness to your liking and a bit of sweetness, you've got most of these fantastic mangoes which are on the market. So there's a nice tip for you from the
Does it taste like the Kush mango from Malaysia?
Yeah, they all use that same similar type of mango. Because JP was here with me the other night, and he asked me if I wanted to test his do-it-yourself mango. And when I tested it, immediately took me back to Vape Fest, and he said that's exactly what it is. So yeah,
got a question here from Ibrahim. favorite call for the Exocet. That's an easy answer because I use the same coil in my Exocet, in my Flow, in my Vape Shell, in my Dwarf, in my Skyline, and most of my RDAs. It's a 2.5 mil Alien that I use, NI80 Alien.
Stephen Fouché also asked if our DTAs are dead.
Yes.
I've only had one in my whole existence of vaping, and I probably won't get another one. I think they're number one, they're too large. Their flavor is not as good as any RTA or RDA. So I've got
The Nava is fantastic for flavor.
uh-huh.
Absolutely outstanding. As is the OATI RDTA, which is even greater because it's actually a squonk. You squonk into the tank. It's a very nice idea, but RDTAs are just a pain in the arse. They're a pain to fill. The flavor is very good. I mean, what was the original one? The Avo.
Yeah.
That produces fantastic flavor, but again, it's a pain in the arse to keep it full.
Yeah, no. I mean, but you don't see a lot of reviewers in any case doing RDTAs, and by the rate which atomizers are coming out, you probably get 10 RDAs and 10 RTAs for each RDTA which are being released. So I think that must actually tell you something. Willem Liebenberg, those beads of mine, you can take to any company that's got a 3D. There's a lot of people that do 3D printing, but I mean, you're going to save a lot of money. So if you can't access that link anymore, I'll post a link underneath this video as well. We just can go and download those beads. I mean, it's going to cost you $50 to $60 for a whole set of 15, 5 of each gauge. So it's going to work you out a lot cheaper if you actually do it yourself. But there must be somebody close to you, man, that does that, for sure. So yeah, that's Stefan. All right, hi there from Florida. If we get to the name and shame portion, just for the people that actually joined, the whole idea of that is not to get personal. Base this name and whole shame of companies or businesses because you have personally got a vendetta. It's normally people that deliberately make mistakes, and they show a pattern in this, and it's just basically to warn you as people that's going to buy, as potential clients. And there's three which I want to mention in this specific episode, and the one is a company called Hot E-Cig. I don't know if any of you guys know them, but yeah, I previously ordered from them, and the thing is, they didn't mention that one of the items which I actually bought. I bought about 6 items. They didn't mention that it wasn't in stock. And then they've got all these Chinese holidays. So I mean, I did pay for DHL, but it probably took me about 2 months to get my items, even if I paid for DHL shipping. So yeah, just make sure if you order from Hot E-Cig that you contact them, communicate them, ask them, is all of the stuff in stock? Because they also take 2 to 9 days collecting. They call it collecting the products. Now, heaven knows what exactly they're doing. The other one is 3F Vape. Have you ordered from them, Rob?
Yeah.
Now, 3F Vape's problem is just simply that if you don't tell them to put the true value of the package on it, they don't. They label it as a gift. So that I think they save money in some other way. I've got no idea.
No, it only saves money for you.
But the problem is when it gets here and customs picks it out, then you're stuffed. Because then you're also going to pay an additional fine for that. So just tell them to declare the true value. Because I mean, I lost a package where they wanted me to pay 2,000 rand or something like that, and I said, but the package is only worth 1,400, so I lost that package. In any case,
yeah, I had a similar thing. I got sent Vaporessa, I think, sent me stuff for review, and so they declared it as free because for review, and then customs stopped it and said, no, if you want this, it's going to cost you 2,500 rand. So I told them to stick the package up the proverbial ring pieces.
Yeah. And then the third one which I want to mention is a company. It's a local company called Art of Vape. Now I saw this on the forum. I don't know if you can see the picture of the 3 juices, if it's come up already.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there's a girl which actually posted this on the forum, so it's not something I'm sucking out of my thumb. There's physical evidence for this. But this is what she saw on the website, and she actually ordered these things. And I'm going to show you what she received. So just brace yourself. And this is a vendor which sent her these things. Now, it it is listed as 60 and 100 milliliters, and she ordered those three pictures, which says 30 milliliters. And she received these three bottles with Koki written on top of it. There's no indication of the amount of nick which is inside of these things, but that's what she received when she ordered from an online vendor. And I mean, guys, this is just not on. You can't do this to customers. And then she also ordered, I'm going to place another picture of another bottle there, if it's going to come up. But the bottle which she received in the same package also did not have a dispenser nozzle on top of it. It only had a normal closing lid. Do you see the picture over there? Does it come up?
Yeah.
So in any case, so those are the three basically companies which I'm going to mention in my name of shame. Hot E-Cig, 3A Vape, and Auto Vape, guys. Get your act together. I mean, especially, the thing is, there's so many vape companies out there. I've got no idea why, if there's so many competition, that you don't step up your game and just make sure that you give the people what they actually pay for, so that you can get the clients back again. Why would you do something like that? Just makes no sense. Doesn't.
Another classic example for me is golfy.co.za. They put up a website that you can buy batteries and stuff from them. So I went immediately, ordered some batteries and a charger, and waited a couple of days. It still hadn't arrived. So I queried, didn't get an. I sent an email, didn't get an answer. Eventually, I emailed Golsi in China, and they came back and said to me, "Whoa, don't supply these. They don't use these guys." And it turns out that was a subsidiary of Bling.co.za. And so I eventually, when I threw a tantrum on the forum, I got an email from the owner, and he said, big misunderstanding, and Hana. I said, okay, just give me a refund. Well, that was a week ago. I'm still waiting. So I'd be very wary to buy anything from Bling or...
So yeah, so now vendors, now you realize that we are going to mention you if you mess up, but as I said, we do need proof. I mean, we're just not going to, we can't go on hearsay. It's as simple as that. It's not going to work. So if you've got anything, you can go via E-Cig SA forums and just send me a private message and just show me what proof you actually have. And if I find it thorough enough, decent enough, then we mention the bastards. So these guys can start stepping up the game. It's as simple as that.
There was a question from Jean Oosthuizen, I think, asking about middle-of-the-road squonkers like Bolts and a few of the others. I actually I've got one. I've got the Monarch, which is very nice. I've had plenty, and they're all okay. I just hate those that test 3D printed anything. So if it's 3D printed, I'm really not interested. I also got this Delrin one with a wood panel from KHW in Hungary. Also really nice. But at the end of the day, I mean, here's my Rio Woodville.
I saw your Woodville. You actually posted it earlier today. Yeah.
It's got a Vena, the new Haku Vena on top.
But yeah, now the thing is about the 3D printers, I know I bought my third, I told you, I bought my third Rio over the week, and I mean, these guys, I got no idea. I mean, look at that nice Hadley. Ooh! Why you would actually go for a 3D printed mod or an injected molded mod above something like this? It's beyond me. I just can't understand. Because this Rio is, I mean, it's so well made, and it's American made. The company has got such a nice history of friendliness and eliteness about it, and it's not that unaffordable. I mean, I think these things go for $203 at the moment without the little door. You can pick your door separate for $32 as well. And I mean, if I look at these 5, 6, 700, 800 mods, some of these things,
I could not agree with you more.
That is crazy. It's absolutely ballistic. But any case, just there's a thing about milk. No. I haven't tasted milk. I don't know if Rob does, because I do it yourself. I made myself. I like the name of my new juice. It's called Monsina. But this is I was trying to go for a milk tart, but then I came across this guy and I thought, this thing's so nice, I'm going to leave the milk tart. And this is just a cinnamon milkshake. It's fucking awesome. But because I make my do-it-yourself, and Rob's permanently on Red Pill, I doubt he's tasted milk. If somebody sends me the stuff, then I'll test it though. But no, we haven't tasted milk. But I know it's expensive. That's what I know about milk. I think it's $260, something like that, for a 60 ml. That's a lot of money for local. Yeah, no, Martin, I've got 3 Adleys. 3 Adleys. There's my other Adley. There's my other Adley.
I sold my Adley today.
And there's my other Adley. 3 Adleys. And I want someone get rid of these things. Except if my wife puts it in the divorce settlement. But no, I won't get rid of it. No, they're awesome. They're very nice. Ja, no, Rio, Vaping Brew, Rio. Jy het mos jou Vaping Brew sold his Rio. This was his Rio. The one which I carved the Batman on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he sold this one to me.
There's a question here from Stephen Fouché. Panzer Blackhawk mech mod. No, I'm not really into mech mods. I know of them, but that particular one I can't really talk on. I've probably got 5 or 6 tube mech mods there, but I don't really use them. I'm the wrong person to ask.
But yeah, Rob, you never really enjoyed the Hadley because of its limited capacity, because of its small juice chamber.
No, it wasn't that at all. My Hadley, the cap was tight, and it just irritated the shit out of me. And they said, change the O-rings and do this. And if something arrives and it doesn't work perfectly, for me, the war's over.
Is it?
Big time.
But I mean, my whole thing is, you'll see not one of my Hadleys has got a stainless steel cap on it. All of them has got these, what do you call it, basically Perspex type of caps on them.
Yeah, you see, I can't stand the Perspex, those plastic caps.
The frosted caps, no, I love those.
No.
Because of the coolness. The thing is, it doesn't get not close as warm as what it does with the stainless steel cap. And that's why I love it. That combined with the hands dripped up. Prima plus, baba. Lekker man, cool beans. It's very nice. But yeah, you're gonna miss your Hadley. I'm telling you now. Somewhere down the road, you're gonna.
I won't. I've never used it really.
Yeah.
And I've got. The list of. I've got the Venner, which is really. This thing is brilliant. You can't over squonk it. I've got the Karma. Also, you can't over squonk that. It's brilliant.
Yeah. And you saw that on the classifieds today. I told you I bought that Hammertone Rio as well from
yes.
Clouds. And the thing is, what I want to put on there is this little guy. And this is something not a lot of people actually mention. And this is the 22mm twisted messes with the squonk pin inside. And it's got the same color than this specific guy. It's almost like a grey gunmetal type of thing. But this is also very nice. Squonking RDA. There's no problem. Even my Armageddon, which I actually got a squonking pin for. Oh my word. This guy. This Armageddon. I don't know if people still got the Armageddon. Sure. This thing's the bomb.
Dresden's asking me, how's the Venner? The Venner's brilliant. Really. The thing I like about the Venner the most is the fact that you can't over-squonk, or doesn't over-squonk very easily. And it looks really good, and it vapes fantastically. It's really nice RDA.
Yeah. No, it is. But do you have any atomizers with acrylic caps or resin caps?
I've got I've got resin caps. I never use them. I really dislike the look of it. I can't stand seeing through and seeing the O-rings and bits and pieces. But that being said, I've got this is my 080X. I've got a couple of caps coming because the 080X has got these grooves in it, and my bigger drip tips just don't fit. And when they made the new caps for the 080, I asked them to give me a bigger section for my drip tip, and that's what's coming.
But see, those grooves were the reason which I swapped the one which you sent me for my third Adley.
Right, because the drip tips didn't fit.
Yeah. So yeah, that was basically the reason now.
But you should have kept it because the 080 is way better than the Hadley.
No. No.
The flavor on the 080X is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Yeah.
But the thing
for
is,
my type of vape, for the way I vape.
Yeah. But that's why you probably don't use acrylic, because I mean you vape at 20, 25 watts. So your atomizers never heat up in any case.
Yeah.
So
Chris wants to know what my favorite single coil RDA is. Skyfall. I mean, this is just, the Skyfall is another class.
The only thing why I'm scared about ordering that I ordered that SXK Skyfall is I'm afraid it's going to give me nicer flavor than the Adley. And then a clone actually beats that Adley. And that's worries me a bit though.
You can't mention that name SXK too much because I'm getting heart palpitations. Bloody thievery, and they're bloody thieves.
Is it now? Well, I don't.
They're just full of thieves, bastards.
SXK, but I'll see what it's all about. The Recurve RDA and the Wismic Luxottic's fantastic. Now I've never grown attached to Luxottic. I just didn't like the look of that thing.
Yeah, but the Recurve is a fantastic RDA.
It is.
No, no question. That is a mock for a Chinese-made RDA.
Yeah.
Probably the best of the bunch.
But I mean, how many bad products have Watofa actually brought out? If you come to think about it, most of this stuff is decent.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
very much so.
No, for sure. There, Mahir still got his Adley. Yeah, I know Mahir. Mahir, don't sell your Adley. Adleys are becoming like a quagga, almost like a dodo, because they don't make them anymore though. So is there any questions which you guys have? We've got 18 minutes left. We're definitely not going to go over the hour, because there's a lot of people that must still shave and clean their nuts and make the wife some coffee, stuff like that.
A quick question from George Gordon. If I have to buy my first vape now, what would you recommend?
Yeah, it's him I spoke about earlier.
Yeah, if you're a smoker, get yourself a Twist Q.
Or a Breeze 2.
Yeah, or a Breeze 2.
This guy. Well, if you smoke Dunhill, I'd rather let you go for the Q. If you smoke something like Camel or Texan Plain or Gunston, Paul Revere, those guys, then rather go for this. But I actually enjoy the flavor that's coming out of this Breeze. Obviously not close to RDA stuff, but...
Willem's asking, is the Recurve better than the Drop? Yes, it is.
I see that Drop Dead is getting some good reviews these days.
From who?
No, somebody now posted it, said that is absolutely an awesome RDA and it's much better than the other two combined, and I don't know.
That's not what the international reviewer said.
It's somebody that posted it on the forum.
Yeah, no, one of them were excited about it.
Oh, yeah, look, I don't know. But I mean, I wasn't, luckily I've got more than enough to keep me busy now, so if they send me one of those things, I'll if it falls on my lap.
Mofo's asking about the intake RTA. Excellent RTA. Very, very, very good.
Is it?
Great for flavor. Yeah, it's brilliant.
But didn't Caveman review that and he said it is good? Or what? No, yeah, they did the intake before he did the revolver.
Yeah,
come Caveman, you must hear in the chat. If you sent it to him, yeah, then he would have reviewed it.
I can't remember what I sent. I sent him about 5 RTAs, I think.
Yeah. If there's one piece of gear you got rid of and regret it to this day, what is it? The Anita Squonker.
No, you don't regret it.
No, I'm just kidding about that. No, I think I didn't like that. I don't know. There's a not that I sold that broke, yes, and they are. I'm very sad about the one that broke, and I just Vapor DNA have got it on their website. Is this guy? I love this guy. This is the H cigar, but this is the one I took on the boat, and my wife knocked it off the sink, and it actually fell on its face, and the screen got cracked. But I would buy one like this if I could find the specific black one again with the red. But dual battery, most compact, fantastic in the hand. But yeah,
I think for me, the only one I ever regretted selling was a Rio Woodville. It was a maple, pure white maple Woodville. And yeah, somebody on the forum really wanted it, so I sold it to him. And I wish I still had that. That's the only thing.
look at Laurel. I think Laurel, are you the hook Laurel, or are you different Laurel? Yeah, she's the girl that ordered those juices, which I showed you pictures of.
Yes.
And she says, "Would you vape that was sent in those plastic bottles?" I don't think they would have decanted anything else. I don't think they would go that far. But no, I would vape them if the nicotine's not that harsh. It's not as if it's an unknown little Chinese stand at a flea market or something like that. It's their whole reputation that would be tarnished if something happens to you. So
yeah, I would vape them.
Yeah, no, I would vape them as well. Yeah.
It was just a cuck idea. I mean.
Yeah, no, it was absolutely rubbish.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. I'm just going to post before I actually forget. I just want to put in that little link for the Skype. If any of you guys actually want an invite and actually want to join us on one of the programs, you're more than welcome. Just to send me a Skype invite. I just quickly want to see there. Power hour sessions. You can share. Okay. There you go. Okay, I'll send that link, and I'll also send you the link for that juices, which I was vaping a bit earlier. If you want to check the website out, there's 3 juices. There you go. There's that, and I don't think there's anything else which I want to send you guys at the moment. But yeah, what do you guys think about the G box of Geek Vape? Well, I love it. I got 2. Rob doesn't like it because it costs less than 800 rand.
Oh, yeah, it must be crap.
But yeah, I really like these things, and not the way it looks. Make no mistake. I mean, it is not Mama's most prettiest. This is the type of thing which you will only take to Sunday school. But the thing is, the battery life is unparalleled. It's got amazing battery life, and I mean, it's 10ml juice bottle. What can you ask for more? So, practicality reasons, the G box is awesome. I really like it. There's Hooked. Okay, Hooked found us. Uncle Rob, which you prefer, Vena or the what's it, the Karma?
Hard to say because they're both really nice. But if I could only have one, hang on, let me try.
Okay, I just want to see if that file is still available.
Probably the Vena, but by a small margin, Gretchen. They're both really nice. They both handle over squonking really well, which is a big issue for me. Yeah, you could be happy with either. They're so hard to get. So whichever one you get first, get that one.
I just want to pause there. Okay, there's the link. Yeah, okay, it is still available, those beads. So if anybody wants to download those 3D beads, the designs for it, the STL file, there you go. Just take it to a 3D shop with 3D printing, get yourself the set printed, and they do help a lot, especially if you want to do aliens, to keep your multi-core wires together and just run your aliens along or your Claptons along, depending on what you want to make. So there's the file. What do you think about the Phobia RDA by Vandy Vape? I picked one up cheap, and so far flavor is decent. Yeah, but Graham, I don't know. I'm not too happy about decent flavor. I want great flavor. I want super flavor. So if somebody tells me it's got decent flavor, then I'm not even going to attempt buying it. I don't know if Rob is more courteous than me.
I know, I haven't tried that and I've got no plans to try.
Yeah. The Mac 1 twin battery large bottle, which fits between the batteries, and that. I saw that other, I think it's, who brought out that squonker vaping biker? That square thing. What's it, Darius? What's the thing's called? Bassian. Bassian squonker. That thing hasn't caught honor. You don't hear anybody talking about it?
Pretty well. I think it's doing pretty well in the UK.
Is it?
Mm.
Are you going to get one?
No.
Why not, Rob?
It's a dual battery.
Well, I don't like the squareness of the thing, and I don't like the positioning of the 5-button in the bottle.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, I don't like big mods. I really don't. I mean, I've got that beautiful one here. But, you know,
And that's heavy enough for you.
Well, it's too heavy. I make 28 watts.
Didn't you sell this guy of yours? Didn't you sell your e-petite?
No, I gave it away to a mate, a convert.
But don't you miss it?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I wanted to say you actually liked that a lot. I was surprised that you got rid of it.
No, it's my mate. I gave it to my mate.
There's the Solar RDA of Caveman. He says it's got a decent flavor chaser. One which I really enjoyed was the Soul S. Oh my word, I like that RDA a lot, and I gave it to my brother because he wanted to stop smoking now this holiday. But yeah, Solar wasn't too bad though, but there are that gave me better flavor than the Solar, for sure. Gulisi batteries. I haven't got Gulisi batteries yet.
I tried. I ordered, paid, and I'm still waiting for a refund.
I've only got these guys, the vape cells. You probably also got the vape cells.
Yeah.
They just look so nice.
They do.
And this little baggie which you get.
Yeah.
It's cool. But no. I think Vape sells those Gulisi batteries.
Yes. They've got the 2700s, I think.
Yeah. All have done a full turn in vaping. We went for enjoying cloud. And the Bassian is not pocket friendly. Yeah, no, the Bassian is not pocket friendly. Definitely not. Rob, you're going to Vapecon. Oh, Rob's definitely. Rob, yeah. That's the other thing you must talk about. Talk about Vapecon quickly. Tell them if there's anything else besides what was there last year.
Oh yeah, there's quite a few international vendors this year. Vaporesso, Dinner Lady. There's juice makers from Russia. There's juice makers from Canada, from the UK, the US. It's full. I mean, there's not one stand left. It's completely and utterly sold out. And there's still people trying to get a stand. Too late, she cried. It's 2 days. It's going to be mega epic. I will, of course, be there because I'm the master of ceremonies. I took shit on the microphone for 2 days.
And don't you also pick the girls?
Yes, I've chosen them. Oh, you must see my 10 girls. Oh, Mr. Referee.
That's what it's all about. It's those girls.
I know the oaks overseas say, they don't want to see girls, but we want to see girls.
What guy says that?
The guys who say, it's supposed to be a vape conference and not
my word.
Hot chicks.
Okay.
So there'll be lots of hot chicks at Vapecon this year, as there was last year. There's probably going to be more this year. It's a total sellout. We've learned a lot of lessons. The queues are going to be way easier to handle. The people who pre-bought tickets are going to get in super, super fast this year. Super fast. So if you're on the fence as to whether to buy tickets or pay cash on the day, do yourself a favor and buy tickets online. Go to iticket.co.za and get a Vapecon ticket, because we're going to do you while you're in the queue, and when I do the countdown on 0, you're going to be in like a dose of salt.
Yeah, you must just not make when you're going to give out those giveaways on the stage. You must just not be in the middle of the crowd, because you're going to get trampled. like
Oh
this.
no, I stand on the top and I
No,
laugh
no,
on
no.
the top.
You are going to, but I'm talking about if you want those things. Those oaks go berserk over
Oh yeah,
free stuff.
big time.
I mean, the buffalo and the Serengeti, they're more calm and controlled than those bastards.
Yeah,
It's amazing
yeah,
how mental people go out for freebies. That
yeah.
was strange to me. It was going
And
back
just
Flintstone
a heads
times.
up to all the E6SA members, make sure you RSVP on that thread and pick up your name badge when you get to Vapecon, because you guys get extra prizes. So if you're an E6SA member, make sure you have your name badge walking around Vapecon.
Yeah. There's another thing, Rob, before I actually forget, which I think would be a good idea to mention it to these guys. Are you subscribed to any vape reviewers which you can actually recommend to these people?
Yes, Mark Todd,
Okay.
Vaping Biker, your friend,
My friend.
Jay Hayes.
No, that's your friend. We were friends, but he broke it off.
And then Phil Basado, if I want a really in-depth 3-hour session, and DJ Alice Vapes.
Yeah.
But the only one I tend to watch almost every one of his reviews is Mark Todd.
Is it?
Yeah, because I know Mark. I've met him a few times. He's a first-class fellow, and I don't think he's able to lie. You know, you can actually, he tells it like it is.
Yeah.
I mean, even when he was reviewing the Bassin, Vaping Bike is his mate. I mean, he told it like it was.
I also, there's one guy who also says Vaping Bogan. I enjoy watching Vaping Bogan. If you go past the swearing, if it doesn't bother you, he's actually very informative. Do you watch his stuff? That Australian guy,
No.
the thin bloke with the tattoos.
No, the Oak swears all the time. Oh, no. Gee.
Yeah. No, he does. Hi, Lee. Welcome over there.
Bruce Brudettes is in the house. He wants to be the MC.
Is it? Are you gonna?
Yeah.
Is he gonna point him?
Uh,
Let him do one of the handouts,
yeah, maybe I'll do that.
and let him throw it over the stands, and you see people running through the stands and start breaking it. Yeah, no, Willem. I don't know. I watched Grim Green. I stopped watching him about a year ago. Thing is, he's starting to like everything, and I just can't. I can't watch people like that anymore. That is too positive about every bloody thing that comes out, which I know. But then, man, he's a great guy. If I look at his videos, do you watch him, Rob?
Very occasionally. I used to watch him a lot, and
Yeah.
I chatted to him once over Skype when Gisette was at she went live at one of the shows, and I
Yeah.
chatted to him a bit. Hell of a nice guy,
Yeah, he's there.
but I don't really watch. He does a beer review, and he does this, he does that, and he does a lot of that legal. What do you call it? Where you work with the legal shit. Yeah, not really.
A lawyer.
No. He does vaping legislation.
Yeah. That's right.
And he doesn't really do any high-end stuff. So, I just go to Mark because Mark reviews everything. And, if Mark says it's brilliant, if he says it's MTL, I switch off. I don't watch the rest because I'm not interested.
Yeah.
But if it's a restricted direct tongue device or a decent high-end mod, I'll watch the whole review from start to finish.
But I like him as well because he just, I mean, he's got high-end gear, he's got mid-range gear, he's got cheap gear. He basically covers all of them.
Yes, very much so.
And I mean, yeah, and he often tells you exactly this thing's this, that thing's that, that's good, that's bad, that's that. He's got nothing to lose, he's got nothing to gain. He's just honest about his reviews.
I would say he's the most honest reviewer around.
I like DJ LSB as well.
Yes, that's also true. Yeah,
I think it's because he's a patron as well.
Yes. Okay.
No, I like him because he's thorough. He's very thorough and I enjoy more.
Well, I was talking about Grim, Full Lee says Grim's heavy on the advocacy side. That
Yeah.
was the word I was looking for just now.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he is for sure. But in any case, I know there's more than enough reviewers to keep everyone busy. But I think, yeah, that is that. That's a wrap from 8 to 9. There we go. We just don't want to hold you guys out so long. Check out those links if you want to join on Skype. I did post that. Send me an invite and let's get together on Skype and chat about it. I think we're going to run the same format next time, Rob. Talk about new gear, talk about new flavors, name and shame if something comes up. And you mustn't be afraid now, Rob. Don't be afraid now. Okay?
I'm not afraid.
Are you afraid of anything?
No, not really. Not anymore. I'm old now. I don't give a shit.
It's like that guy that got pulled over with a car by a traffic officer and then asked him to open the boot. And inside the boot, they found about 9-10 weapons under his seats in the car. Asked probably 15 weapons. The guy asked him, "What are you afraid of?" He says, "Nothing." Not to those kind of amount of weapons. But yeah, guys, thanks a lot though. It was great that you guys actually joined us. In 2 weeks' time, don't worry, I mean, I will do reviews in the meantime as well. But 2 weeks' time, we will have Power Hour episode 2 for another chat.
Be on, is that on a Friday?
No. It's always Sunday evening. Always from
I might not be here. I might be on the road to Vapecon because I'm going up.
That's 2, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I might just make Sunday. Maybe we can switch it to Saturday next week.
Yeah, we can do that, yeah. We can chat.
Because I'll be packing and I'll be playing with Baby Chew.
So it's in 2 weekends' time, Vapecon.
2 weeks, yeah. Oh no, I'm going up in 2 weeks because I've got a lot of preparation work to do and help hire her silver and.
All right. Cool beans.
I also want to go and visit some of the vape shops in Joburg and Pretoria.
Well, it was very nice. Thank you very much for joining me. If there's any, can I say, comments which you guys want to do, anything which you want to add, it's another segment. If you want Rob to do a build, give us, let us know. Mofo Vapes, yeah, you can contact me via eSigSA if you want this guy, or just via Skype. Okay, and then you can review this and then give it away if you want. I've got no problem. Thank you very much for joining us. Have a great Sunday evening and an excellent week. Cheers.